Alrighty, well, the elephant in the room is definitely the moisture that we're seeing here in the southern Colorado. And depending on where you are, might be seeing some rain, maybe some snow showers, or maybe a mix of the two. And if you'll notice here to the northern parts of El Paso County, that's where we're starting to get those flakes down and, of course, into the higher terrain as well. Some heavier rainfall towards Pueblo. Seeing a lot of moisture on the cams and especially some of that accumulation into the grassy areas as well. Here's the good news with this system, though, is that we're on the tail edge of it. It's getting out of here. It was a fast moving storm as it's moved through here, and it's going to show that too on the stormcast. So within the next couple of hours, we're really going to start to get this out of here. You're going to notice moisture pretty much area wide and statewide starts to taper off, and it's moving to the northeast here. So that's where we're going to see the last bit of that moisture is onto the plains region into the overnight hours, leaving some clouds in both spots all behind it for our overnight. So overnight lows tonight. This is the wake up temperatures tomorrow. 32 in the Springs, 33 in Pueblo, 35 down there in Walsenburg, again west of I-25, seeing the 20s and the teens, but we bounce back pretty quickly tomorrow. This is great temperatures, tad bit above normal. 54 in the Springs, 59 in Canyon City, getting into the 60s along the Arkansas River there. So a nice day for us on Monday, but as we go to Tuesday, we drop the temps a tad. These are the high temperatures. 42 in the Springs, 49 in Pueblo and along the Arkansas River. Let's go over why this is happening. So I'm going to take you to the upper atmosphere. The jet stream is going to do a lot this week. So first notably on Monday, we get this northwesterly flow into the mix, bringing dry conditions. By Tuesday, it brings with it a cold front, and you can notice the cloud coverage there really signifying that. But by the rest of the week, you can notice here that this trough that's really coming in really digs across this entire southern part of the United States here. We have warm air here, cold air over here. The coldest of air is going to be into the Midwest region. We're closer to the warm air, so what that means for Thanksgiving by the time we get to midweek is we actually have a good forecast for that. Turkey Day looks to be pretty nice, and depending on where you are in Colorado, you're probably going to be into the upper 50s, maybe 60, mostly sunny skies. That's great news. Cook the turkey outside comfortably. So Thanksgiving is a win. Now what happens after Thanksgiving is big. If you'll notice here, we have this big troughing feature, but then, whoa, the jet stream comes way down. And this is a pretty steep climb here, and this is going to bring in a lot of cold air into the mix as we go into the weekend. Look how this reflects. Friday, high temperatures into the 50s, Saturday, 40s, Sunday, 30s. It's the stair step down, and there's also some icons on here with some snow. So that's what we're watching, and it really coincides with the long-term trend below normal temperatures, November 29th to December 3rd. That's that exact timeline. So this is what we're watching. Much colder air is definitely into the mix. Maybe some possible accumulating snow into the lower elevations. Definitely a taste of winter. So stay tuned because we're going to continue to refine that as we get closer till, but a lot going on as we go into the end of the week. For now, though, here's Pueblo, seeing that moisture on the cams. You can notice the rain into the forecast there. 39 degrees on the Discount Motors cam, a slight wind at 12 miles an hour. And here's a look at downtown, 40 degrees on the Phil Long Ford Motor City camera. So let's take you through the roller coaster that Colorado weather is this week, only around the region. We have a nice Monday, clouds for Tuesday, but then by the weekend, good Lord, temperatures really do take a dip, and that's the same in Colorado Springs pattern-wise. We're into the 50s tomorrow, but then by the weekend, it's really looking cold. So that's a look at your forecast update. We'll have more news and headlines coming up after the break.